Serene here for SereneSin.com. Wanted to talk today about the gift of narcissism. Right? Don't hear that very often, I know. And actually, when I started doing research, there's over 300 titles on the subject. And it made me, who I also feel I have narcissistic tendencies, say that 4 times. And I have also the blessed affliction of radical honesty. So for me, the desire for beauty in self and only seeing beauty in self is what the disorder becomes. And the need for radical honesty gives me a perspective of kind of OCD of self-help. Right? So I have done enneagrams, astrological charts, runes, I Ching, Chinese astrology, all of those efforts to try to understand what do I do right, what do I do wrong, and how do I do it better. And as a young woman, I was fortunate enough to learn about sexuality at an early age. And it really gave me an understanding of people and gave me that kind of old soul experience of really being able to look at people based on their desires. And sexual desires are our base desires. And so it's usually the driver for us. And attraction comes out of that. And so as a young woman, I saw how pretty made such a difference in the way people responded to you. I was also the daughter of a narcissist, schizophrenic, so I really had some issues to work out as a kid. And so going to therapy was just something you did because just for survival, and I was grateful for it. But I also remember something Maya Angelou said: when people show you themselves, listen and believe them the first time, because what they express is often their emotional hunger, what they don't have, what they do need, what they're crying out for. Esther Perel writes about emotional hunger in her book, Mating in Captivity. And she says that's the importance of fantasy, that you use fantasy to go through emotional hunger and fulfill that which you need here. And often it's being respected or being disciplined because you know you did wrong. And so it becomes that keeps grabbing your heart. And sometimes we sexualize it. Sometimes we make it an addiction and we don't realize that's what we're doing. That's all the other addictions are some root that we're trying to fill. And because we're neurons and we have a dopamine kick, usually when we think about something repetitively, thus addiction and porn addictions work so well together, it becomes where we get stuck. And so fulfilling a fantasy is important for you just so that you can move on and you can go and think about something else and you won't feel stuck all the time thinking you are crazy all the time. So pursue your fantasies. Now, I will also tell you there is good fantasy is bad fantasy, and there's good narcissism as bad narcissism. And good narcissism is going to, in my opinion, when you have a high love of self and a low love for others, that's where we see the imbalance. But a good narcissist will have that high love for self that creates so much joy that they want to share it with others and thus bring them up. So that there is this lifting up, that the rising tide floats all boats. And when we can encourage you and see you happy and you joyous and feeling good about yourself, I feel good. And that's what that energy play and energy loop is about, that we talk about also in kink or fetish play. So an opportunity to look at the gifts of narcissistic behavior and use that love that you have for yourself and use it for others and share it with them and tell them how good they look and how great they feel and how you just admire them. And it makes everybody feel good. It's just simply, we call it in the old schools, a compliment. It works every time. And people may not be used to a compliment because they're used to sarcasm before we're used to compliment. But practice compliments. They feel good. You'll enjoy giving them as much as you enjoy receiving them. And when you can start filling your own hunger with that need to be affirmed, you'll feel affirmed. So, have a great day. This is Phyllis Serene with SereneSyn.com. You can follow me on Twitter at SereneSyn or get on my mailing list for more little coaching things and discounts and coupons. And I hope to see you sometime soon. Have a blessed day. Bye.